Alrighty, here to discuss, this is the quiz for chapter 11. Key ideas that I learned that I noticed in the chapter were to organize a persuasive speech and to put communication into practice. With the organizing of the persuasive speech, you have ethos, which is your emotion, you have logos, which is your logic, and pathos, which is your content. For the putting communication into practice, the main idea was dress for success. Make sure that you're clean cut, your clothes are nice, because you want people to see you and be intrigued by you and not be turned off by your appearance, because you can lose your audience that way. The one thing that I didn't know about with speeches was the ethos, logos, and pathos part of the organization, because you have to have those in order to persuade your audience. You have to have the emotion, logic, and the content. One of the key points that is important in speech is the dress for success aspect. If you're not properly dressed, like I said before, your audience could think badly of you. You could lose your audience. They could be distracted by your clothes if they're too tight, too loose, too baggy, too dirty looking, too revealing. And with the ethos, logos, and pathos, if you don't give them the emotion, the logic, and the content, they're not going to remember it, and they're not going to be persuaded by your speech. That's the whole point of it. How can these be used in your everyday life, outside of speech, in your professional and personal life? You should dress for success all the time. If you're going to class, make an impression on your professor. Granted, they see a lot of students a day, so you may not stand out, but you never know. You may stand out. They may really stick out with job interviews. You should always dress for success at job interviews, even if it's at places like McDonald's or anything like that. And lastly, on the discussion of the key ideas and concepts, you have the 3 ways to persuade an audience: ethos, logos, and pathos. And then you have your 3 sources of credibility, which would be initial, derived, and terminal. This is my summary of the chapter 11 textbook and additional works.